In 1985, Michael Jackson made one of the smartest business moves in music history. He spent $47.5 million to buy one of the most valuable song catalogs ever assembled. Everyone assumed it was about money. Everyone assumed it was about power, but very few. To understand why Michael bought that catalog, you have to go back to the 1950s. Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll, was one of the most innovative artists who ever lived. His music changed everything. But like so many black artists of that era, Little Richard signed contracts he didn't fully understand. Contracts that handed his masters and publishing rights to record labels and music executives who profited enormously while Richard saw almost nothing. Michael Jackson knew this story. He grew up knowing this story, and it never sat right with him. In the early 1980s, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson were close friends. They recorded together. They laughed together. And one day, Paul gave Michael a piece of advice that would change everything. He told Michael, "Buy publishing rights. Own the music. That's where the real money is." Paul McCartney knew this because he had tried and failed to buy the Beatles catalog himself. He thought he was teaching Michael a valuable lesson about the music business. What he didn't realize was that he was handing Michael the blueprint to outmaneuver him. In 1985, the ATV music catalog went up for sale. It contained over 250 songs, including almost the entire Beatles catalog. Paul McCartney had the opportunity to buy it, but he hesitated. He thought the price was too high. Michael Jackson did not hesitate. He paid $47.5 million and acquired the catalog outright. Paul McCartney was stunned. The student had just bought the teacher's legacy. But here is what almost nobody reported. The ATV catalog also contained the publishing rights to Little Richard's music, and sources close to Michael say that was not a coincidence. Michael Jackson had grown up idolizing Little Richard. He watched how the music industry had stolen from him, robbed him of his royalties, his legacy, and his dignity. Buying the ATV catalog gave Michael control over Little Richard's publishing, and Michael used that control to ensure Little Richard received royalties he had been denied for decades. No press conference, no announcement. Michael just quietly did what was right. That is the story the headlines never told. Paul McCartney lost the Beatles catalog to the student he mentored. Little Richard got justice from the artist he inspired. And Michael Jackson proved that real power isn't just about owning music, it's about what you do with it. Follow hooligans and politicians, because the real story is never the one they tell you.